Australia's Wayne Bell is embarking on a new phase in his career, supported by Hyundai's determined push for success in motorsport. Frank Vincent talks to the man who's ringing the changes.
Korean manufacturer Hyundai is the newest player in the multi-million-dollar game of world rally racing. They showed their hand for the first time at the Rally of Portugal in late March. Swede Kenneth Ericsson, fresh from a stint with world-beating Subaru, was one of two drivers. Australia's Wayne Bell, the other.
From my perspective, I suppose when we started rallying back in the early 70s, it's everybody's ambition and dream to participate in these legendary events, if you like. Some of those rallies are 60-year-old, and to have the opportunity to compete in those is fantastic, and that's been my dream from when I very first started rallying.
He's very, very fast. I mean, he should have come to Europe maybe 5-6 years back, you know, but it's also very difficult to get a drive in the World Rally Championship, but he's a nice friend and he's a fast driver.
Bell joined the team as a complete package, bringing his own co-driver, car and commitment. In 1998, Hyundai has become the 9th manufacturer to contest the Formula 2 World Rally Championship. They signed Kenneth Ericsson as their senior driver and Australia's Wayne Bell as the number 2 driver. Wayne's campaign began right here in the outer Western Sydney suburb of Penrith. The car was prepared in this workshop and then sent to Portugal, where Wayne will contest several European and Northern Hemisphere events. Being behind the wheel of his own rally car wasn't the only thing that made this veteran driver feel right at home.
One of the famous stages in Portugal is called Arganil, and it's a big mountain stage, goes over the top of the range, down the other side. And would you believe there's even gum trees there? You know, like the gum trees have been imported from Australia on the sides of the roads. And I felt at home. In Australia, it's a big country. And somewhere in Australia, we can reproduce the conditions that they experience in Europe.
The Australian went on to outperform his more experienced teammate, finishing a superb 4th place in the F2 class. That was despite an underpowered car and an underwhelming service crew.
At the first event in Portugal, we were, as you could say, treated as excess baggage, I suppose, is one way of putting it. And nobody really gave us any chance of doing well or considered us to be a real threat as far as the rally went. Day 2 was the conditions suited our car, and we decided that on day 2 we'd try hard and go flat out. And in doing so, we set a string of 2nd and 3rd fastest times and moved up to 4th outright. At the end of the rally, it was quite nice, actually, quite nice touch. They came to the last service point, and all the English service crew were standing around the car, and they had these ginormous hats on with all the corks and the bit, you know, so we felt accepted. And from now on, I don't think we're going to have a problem there.
Meanwhile, Ericsson's car only lasted 6 stages. The Swede's chances went up in a cloud of smoke. He was forced to retire with an overheating engine. The Australian-prepared Hyundai was also campaigned by asphalt specialist Alister McRae in Catalonia and Corsica, and will remain a part of the stable until July 1, when English company MSD will launch a brand new kit car on behalf of the team. The F2 class are allowed some modifications, but basically they feature front-wheel drive, 2-litre normally aspirated engines and a wider track.
MSD will homologate their own car, a new car, on the 1st of July this year, so they'll have new engine specification, wide body, basically a proper Formula 2 kit car, so I'm sure from then on it's going to be very quick.
There's still a long way to go this season, but Hyundai's foray into world rally racing has helped Wayne Bell take another step towards the pointy end of the field.
I think they will establish themselves as being a serious contender for future world championships. I can see maybe towards the end of the year a podium finish for one of the cars. Hopefully that's me, but